Known for being one of the leading corporations in the country that offers a variety of products, V Group of companies continues with its remarkable service and becomes sensational worldwide. As they expanded their operations, they needed to add more employees, particularly in the accounting department. They go all over the country searching for applicants that have exceptional accounting proficiency. After the long process, the company chooses the top 4 qualified candidates to proceed in the final interview. Join their journey and witness their undeniable skills as they prove that they are the best of the best. Let us welcome the first applicant, Mary, a magna cum laude, the best of the best in De La Salle University, top 9 from the October CPA board exam, and according to her, she applied because of the big salary compensation. The second applicant is Eileen, summa cum laude and Ateneo de Manila University, who came from the elite family of C's. She hasn't taken the board exam yet, but according to her professors, she is at the very least a secured top 3. She wrote in her resume that the reason why she went here is that she wanted to be challenged. Wow. The third applicant is Kisha, one of the summa halimaw cum laude from the University of Philippines, top 4 from the most recent CPA board exam. According to her, she applied because she wanted to earn money to finance herself with her further schooling. And finally, the last but not the least, Van. He was a working student who became a magna cum laude at the University of Santo Tomas. You can see it in his eyes, a man full of passion, a lab rat, and the definition of hard work and determination. He applied because this is the company that would make him grow to be the best.
Good morning. So you are the remaining 4 qualified applicants?
Yes, sir.
I'll be honest with you. Even if you pass the prior stage of hiring, if I am not satisfied with your performance today, I can send you home immediately. I don't care about your background. I would gladly send you home. I'm just kidding, everyone. You should be proud because you passed the tedious process. But I am still going to monitor every detail of your performance. So strive to be consistent as I ask you questions that will challenge your proficiency. You know, the company does not want to settle for less. So all the best.
Good morning, Sir Alex. Have you seen any job costing sheets? I heard Justin said he put it in the table a while ago.
Oh, Reg, the job cost sheet document? Yes, I have seen that one. Please wait for a second. I'll find it for you.
Oh, hey guys! Are you the new applicants? I heard you have impressive backgrounds, eh?
Here is the job cost sheet, Reg. By the way, I forgot to introduce you to our chosen applicants. This is Mary from La Salle, Celine from Ateneo, Keisha from UP, and Van from UST. Everyone, this is your Sir Reg, the chosen one. He was once like you guys, a brilliant, hard-working, determined young man who bested at least 500 applicants.
Here you go again, Sir Alex. Stop it, sir. You're fooling our new applicants around. By the way, guys, I have to go. Please don't listen to Sir Alex. That's all not true.
Hey guys, but really, your Sir Reg was the best of the best. A consistent Dean's List in college, a summa cum laude in the University of San Carlos, ranked second in the board exam, V Company is really lucky to have him. I remember my interview with him. He looked so ordinary. I even thought that maybe my assistant mistakenly put someone in an interview because he just doesn't look like the one. I underestimated him, but he proved me wrong. At first, I tried to test him to answer basic general theoretical questions. From his first year, he nailed it with no sweat. Then I tried to challenge how sharp his mind is. My questions were in the detailed part already, about the amendments, roles, different costs, and many more. You name it, he answered it. Again with ease. You know the drill, Reg. What is cost accounting?
Sir, cost accounting is the process of tracking, recording, and analyzing costs associated with a product or activities. It is considered a special branch of accounting that involves classification, accumulation, assignment, and control of costs. Cost accounting helps manager understand the cost of running a business.
What are its main objectives?
Sir, to assess certain cost of each product, process, job operation, or service, to facilitate the planning of activities or functions, to control the cost of operation, to serve as the basis in setting the selling price, to assist management in decision making.
If you pass my test, you're gonna be the new cost accountant. Name your duties and responsibilities as a cost accountant.
The duties and responsibilities of cost accountant are to prepare monthly journal entries, review journal entries carefully for anomalies, prepare monthly and quarterly accounting reports, conduct inventory receipt, analyze quarterly and generate reports for senior management, assist the staff accountant, review rates of depreciation, labor and overhead, classify costs accurately, establish standard costs and update them as appropriate, maintain and review general ledger and reconcile balance sheet, and analyze the cost of raw materials and other supplies.
How about the relationship of cost accounting to financial accounting and management accounting?
Cost accounting plays as the foundation of financial and management accounting. One cannot prepare financial statement nor generate internal management reports, budget, pricing reports, etc. without first determining accurately as possible the cost of the product or service it provides.
So you clearly remember everything from your first year class. Very well. Let's go to the more detailed part. What are the different classifications of cost?
Classification by elements, functions as direct and indirect, variability, controllability, normality, and relevance. Under the classification of by nature or elements, materials is the cost that is incurred on physical substance or thing. Labor, the cost incurred on human efforts.
What costs are under these classifications?
Under the classification of by functions, product cost, material, direct labor, store overhead, etc. Office and administration costs, cost of formulating policy, directing the organization, and controlling the operation. Selling and distribution expenses or marketing costs, expenditure incurred generating demands on moving articles to prospective customers, etc. Under the classification of by significance in decision making, relevant costs, costs that are expected future costs that will differ between two or more alternatives. In irrelevant costs, costs that do not relate to any of the decision alternatives and are either historical in nature or are the same under all decision alternatives.
See how humble that guy is? I know no one is perfect, but he is my definition of perfect. If you want to be like him, I advise you, don't. I mean, you can do more and be notable in this field. You only have to do your best and be a team player. We'll never know, maybe one day, you will be the one who's standing at my place and screening applicants that once becomes you. Stop. I think I have enough speech. Let's go back to where we were. So, I'm going to start asking you questions. And I want you to raise your right hand to indicate that you will be the one answering. But if it is a follow-up, you don't have to. So are we clear?
Yes, sir.
Good. Let's get started. So, in job order cost accounting system, what account should be debited in recording a material requisition for direct materials?
I'd like to answer that, sir. Work in process inventory, including the job number, is the one to be debited. A material requisition is a request for materials to be shipped from the storage facility for raw materials to production. Thus, the work in process inventory account is debited for the value of the direct materials placed into process.
Excellent. Okay, how about this? What document will you use to list the total direct labor used in a specific job?
To answer, sir, that document would be a job cost sheet.
What about the form filled out by employees? That report how much time they spent on each job. What do you call that?
It is a labor job ticket, sir. Employees were credited daily by indicating the job they worked on and the number of hours worked.
You think fast. That's nice. So what is the best method for disposing of significant underapplied factory overhead?
Sir, I believe that the best method would be allocating the underapplied amount to the cost of goods sold, finished goods, and work in process account.
Very good. Next, how do you use the normal costing valuation method?
Sir, so to answer your question, in using a normal costing valuation method, direct costs are traced using an actual rate and indirect costs are allocated using a budgeted rate.
That's right. You've got your brain in gear, eh? What is the main difference between traditional costing and activity-based costing in treating indirect manufacturing costs?
The main difference between how traditional costing and activity-based costing treat indirect manufacturing costs is that traditional costing treats only unit-level costs as a variable, while ABC systems treat unit-level, batch-level, and product-level costs as variables.
Why can activity-based costing eliminate the cost distortions?
It is because activity-based costing develops cost drivers that have cause and effect relationship with activities performed.
When is activity-based costing in accounting cost used in the company?
Sir, I'd love to answer. Activity-based costing is used when the products meet diverse demands and resources because of differences in volume, process steps, batch size, or complexity.
How does complexity lead to higher costs? Why is it important for the cost system designed to consider complexity?
Sir, complexity adds costs by requiring additional resources for overhead activities for the same volume. Thus, it is important to include complexity in cost system designs to avoid spreading the cost of complexity across both simple and the complex products.
Let us say, for example, a printing company manufactures notebooks of various sizes. The company manufactures 3,000 notebooks each day. Should the company use process cost or job order costing?
Sir, I believe that the best method would be allocating the underapplied amount to the cost of goods sold, finished goods, and work in process account.
In a process costing system, what is the journal entry to record the transfer of goods from the second department to finished goods inventory?
I believe that it is a debit to finished goods inventory and a credit to work in process of the second department.
What is the first step in preparing the production cost report?
The first step is to account for the number of physical units, and that is through the quantity schedule.
What if the company had no beginning work in process during the period? They completed 5,000 units, and there were 500 units of ending work in process. How many units were started in production?
It would be 5,500 units. It is calculated by adding the 5,000 units completed this month and the 500 units in ending inventory.
What is the primary reason for accounting for joint products and byproducts?
to share out the joint cost and to judge the profitability of each product.
When can you determine that it is worthwhile to process the product further?
That is when the incremental revenue is greater than the
What is the formula for calculating incremental costs?
The incremental cost is calculated by adding the sales value after further processing to the sales value at the split-off point.
How do you calculate the share of the joint cost of each product under the average unit cost method?
It is computed by multiplying the number of units produced to the average cost per unit.
That's it? Seriously? Are you still human? Why do I seem to be the only one who is tired of asking you questions? You didn't even think twice, and then there was nothing wrong with your answers. I feel like I'm under pressure. I now understand why you became famous right away. Okay, since you proved to me that you are all very good at that, we're going to make it more challenging. I'm going to flash a sample problem on the screen, and whoever answers first within 5 minutes will have a point. A while ago, all of you got equal points. This time, we will check where you are good. So you better have something up your sleeves. So, here's the first problem.
Sir, I'd like to answer that. The total cost assigned to job number 58 is 27,375 pesos.
Wonderful! I kinda expected this would not be hard for you guys. I still can't believe it though. Here's for the second problem.
I'd love to answer, sir. For the first requirement, the total overhead cost for the spoked bicycle wheels will be $198,000, and for the solid bicycle wheels will be $286,000. For the second requirement, based on my computation, the overhead cost per unit will be $19.80 for spoked and $28.60 for solid.
Whoa! Nice going! That's correct. How about this problem? Who would be the one to answer first?
Sir, I would like to answer. So based on my solution, products A and B should be processed further because further processing them would lead to an incremental profit of 8,000 and 3,000 respectively.
Wow! It's only a short time, but you managed to solve it quickly. You really outdid yourself this time, eh? That's great. Okay, let's move on to the next problem.
Sir, under the weighted average method, the equivalent production for situation 1 is 1,400 units, for situation 2 is 8,000 units, and situation 3 is 6,000 units. On the other hand, situation 1 is 1,400 units, for situation 2 is 8,000 units, and lastly for situation 3 is 6,000 units.
That's it. I have nothing to say anymore. You did not just prove to me how brilliant you are, you even exceeded all my expectations. I got to say, you are all magnificent. Welcome to the company, our new cost accountants. Stop.
After Manager Alexis witnessed the employees' different skills towards costing, he decided to assign them on what costing method each employee will be assigned to.
I was happy and amazed about everyone's performance, so now I have decided where to assign each of you. Celine, you will be assigned to Cebu's best clothing company, the Hermosa Company, doing the job order costing. They are located at Ayala Mall Center Block.
Yes, I knew it. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's move on to Mary. Young lady, you will be assigned to one of the best shoe companies in the town, the Blue Blanc Robe Company, doing activity-based costing. They are located in Macapagal Street, Cebu City. Van here will be assigned to Hatelo Company, the best textile company here in Cebu, doing the process costing that is located in Orguelo, Sambag 1. And last but not the least, you will be doing joint and byproduct costing to Creme Glacé, one of Cebu's highly rated ice cream manufacturers. It is located in Ilihan, Toledo City.
Yes.
I hope everyone is well and happy. Never forget to exert the best effort, love your job, and enjoy it. For everyone's advantage, I will give the floor to Kate in order for all of you to have a brief discussion with regards to your job.
Celine, Hermosa Company.
Good morning, Miss Kate.
Hi dear, how are you? So I am here to give you a brief background about your job. Okay dear, so let's start. Job order costing is a cost accounting system records manufacturing activity using perpetual inventory system. You know what is that? A perpetual inventory system continuously updates the accounting and production records for cost materials, work in process, finished good inventories, and
A properly assigned cost accounting also gives management information about costs and inventory levels. This information is crucial in controlling costs and setting prices.
wow, well explained. So let us move on. There are two types, job order cost accounting and process cost accounting. On the other hand, a job order cost accounting system is used when a company manufactures products customized to customer specification. The production activities necessary to complete the customized product are called a job. You get that?
I've heard that companies producing customized products usually obtain work by soliciting bids from customers. Is it true, Miss?
Yes, there, it is. Actually, the bid is quoting for the price of work. A job order cost system tracks cost per job. It is important to accurately track the cost for each job so that the management can determine whether the actual costs incurred were reasonably close to the estimated cost calculated when the bid was prepared. Significant cost overruns should prompt management to investigate the cost of the overruns to take a corrective action.
Thank you so much, Miss. I would bear everything in mind. See you soon, Miss.
So, Celine, check.
Mary! Blue Bang Rouge Company, come in!
Good day, miss. I can't believe what happened today. I'm blown away, and I'm very happy. I've heard from Celine that you will be giving us a brief discussion about my job. Is that right, miss?
Yes, young lady, you are right. You will be working at the Blue Bang Rouge, a shoe company. So, may I start? So let's go. So, activity-based accounting focuses on an entity's activities and collects cost basis of underlying nature and extent of those activities. And it is a process of overhead allocation, and it identifies several levels of cost rather than traditional concept of variable or fixed. Furthermore, it assigns costs within the multiple cost pools.
I knew it. Plus, it considers product cost for external reporting as period costs and period costs for external reporting as product cost.
I guess you're ready for work, young lady. I'm so proud for all of you.
Thank you, miss. I'll exert my very best.
I know, dear, you will. Goodbye! Check. Van! Hotel company, come in. Oh dear, I bet you already know why you are here.
Yes, miss. I already do.
First, let me congratulate you. Hotelier Company is a textile company who has high reputation for succeeding in the future. So, let me start. Your job. Process costing. It is a traditional costing method of assigning products cost to products produced and by manufacturing companies whose units are continuously mass-produced through one or more processes or operations. And it can also be used in the service sector that provides homogeneous service, or when a company consistently produces the same service, such as banks, courier, and even for hotel reservation system. And even for hotel reservation system. Got it? And to add up, in process costing, production costs are not traced to individual units of output. Production costs are assigned first to the production department or to each process operations before the assigned cost to units of output as they move through the departments or through each step or operation. Any question?
I already know this, miss, but I want your opinion. When do you use the process costing?
It is simple there. Such system is commonly used by companies manufacturing homogeneous or essentially identical and standardized products, manufacture of which result from a sequence of continuous or repetitive operations or process, as well as those entities producing large quantities of identical unit in a mass production setting, such in flour mills, paper mills, chemical manufacturing companies, food processing, petroleum, and textile industries in which a product passes through a several process. Okay?
Miss, I see. Thank you so much for your explanation. I really do appreciate it.
You're welcome. Check. Kisha, Creme Glace Company, come in.
Hi, Miss Kate. I feel so happy and blessed right now.
You see, when I got this job, I felt that way too. There is nothing as rewarding as getting your dream job. So I am here to guide you and give you a brief discussion about your job. So, a joint cost is a cost benefits more than one product, while a byproduct is a product that is minor result of a production process in which has a minor sales. Joint costing or byproduct costing are used when the business is a production process from which the final products are split off during the later stage of the production. So the point at which that the business can determine the final product is called split off.
So, Miss, I just want to clarify something. So, if the company has incurred a manufacturing cost prior to split off point, it must designate a method for allocating this cost to the final products, right?
Yes, dear, you are. And if the entity incurs any costs after the split-off point, the costs are likely associated with a specific product, and so can be more readily assigned to them. Besides split-off point, there may be also one or more byproducts. Given the immateriality of the byproduct revenues and costs, byproduct accounting tends to be a minor issue. And please keep in mind that allocating joint costs does not help management, since the resulting information based on essentially arbitrary allocations.
Oh, that's it. Thank you for the brief discussion, miss. I'm now more confident.
You are very welcome, Kesha. Are you curious about what's going on in the lives of your favorite accountants? Well, ever since they got hired and started to work in different companies, blessings keep showering along the way. Remember your Athenian laude, Celine? The first time she worked in Hermosa Company as a cost accountant expert in job order costing, she already made a big impression on her boss. She became the ace of the company, especially when she topped CPAIL in the following year. After all the tight spots she'd been through, from being a newbie in the field, and guess what? She is already the senior cost accountant of Hermosa Company. Atta girl! Now, let us check out the Blue Blanc Rouge where our dear Mary is always on the go. From being a Green Archer alumni to top 9 of the boards and cost accountant, it has been a rough experience but a remarkable one for Mary. And working as a company's cost accountant, she blended well with her colleagues and seniors. Only that, they never get used to her slang words when she unconsciously uses them, such as carps, gumps, and sharks. Like what? You know, Lasallian will always be a Lasallian. But hey, this Lasallian laude and a top 9 proves how feisty she is at work. Cause this girl is now the Blue Blanc Rouge Cost Accounting Manager. Way to go, accountant! I bet all of you are more curious how our working student boy, a laude of UST, and a cost accountant wizard's life turns out. Well, you see, he was assigned into a Telio company. And mind you, people, his co-accountants were so intimidated by him that they did not welcome him warmly on his first day. Unbelievable. But, knowing how outgoing this man is, he did not let the day pass by without making it up with his subordinates. Well, who would want to work in an awkward atmosphere? Of course, no one. Oh well, after that weird first day, everything went so splendid. He always amazes his boss and how he managed to do excellent with his workloads and still finish promptly. He also recently passed and aced the boards. Seriously, there is no denying this man screams passion and determination. And this young man climbed up to be the Hotelius Company's comptroller for a short period. Quite impressive, right? Oh, and who will forget the small but terrible former ISCA accountant? Well, she has been working in Creme Glacé Company ever since she got hired. And yes, she's still earning money for her further studies. She's not the bubbly type, but she manages to get along with her co-employees, not only in the accounting department. She's been a great team player and very flexible with work. But she's somewhat been a victim of stress, which leads to her fall down as it got the best of her. Fortunately, she regains herself. It was a full ups and downs, but these experiences bring her to where she's standing right now. Because, guess what? The same with the 3 mental giants, she became the senior cost accountant of Creme Glacé Company. Congratulations! Being a cost accountant is a fulfilling job. Many would find it challenging and nerve-wracking with all the analysis and computations you will do, but you would also find satisfaction with it. Come to think of it, You may be sitting most of your time in your office, yet your job has an influential hold on your company, which is why it maintains its successful operations. Cost accountants help companies cost-effectively create their products and services. They develop cost accounting system, analyzes product costs, recommending changes, and many to mention. The 4 accountants we accompanied prove how fulfilling it is to be a cost accountant. It also hinted how your determination and effort would be your ticket to a successful career no matter how many times you end up in those trades. You don't need to be a genius or a laude. You can still be an impressive accountant one day. You only need to step up your game, be passionate, and never forget why you started this.